Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Trump vaccine and the 90% success rate that they are telling us that it has. So, first of all, the reason why I'm calling it the Trump vaccine is because it's going to piss Democrats off. It's going to irk them. They're not going to want to take it. It's going to get them to fight each other. I will troll them by telling them that it was developed from Trump's antibodies from when he was sick, and that if they take it, they will turn orange. Okay, so if you want to have fun with Democrats, that's the way to do it. So they're telling us that it has a 90% success rate based on some early trials that they have supposedly done, and I find this extremely strange, given that the flu shots that have been around for decades have only a 40% success rate. So why would this new vaccine have a 90% success rate? Well, the reason is because the virus itself has such a low death rate. Okay, so if you basically the virus has a 0.06% death rate. Okay, which means you got a 99.94% survival rate. So if you take the total number of deaths that they're quoting us, and now they're saying it's 250,000, which I do not believe. I think that basically they're calling everything they can possibly call a COVID-related death a COVID death. There's basically no more heart attacks, no more pneumonias, no more high blood pressure deaths. Everything is COVID-19. The hospitals get paid more if they label it a COVID-related death. So what do you think they're going to do? Of course, they're going to call it a COVID-related death. Okay, so if you take the total number of deaths that they're quoting us, 250,000, and you divide that by the population, which is somewhere between 320 to 350 million, okay, you get a 0.06% death rate. Okay, so the opposite of that is basically you have a 99.94% survival rate. Okay, so if you have a virus with such a high survival rate, right, which is 99.94%, of course any vaccine that you develop is going to have a very high success rate. You can give people placebos. You can give them a glass of water and tell them that it's a vaccine, and it's going to work because the virus is so weak. It affects such a small amount of the population. It kills such a small amount of the population. I grew up in New York City. I have hundreds of contacts. I have thousands of contacts over there. Okay, I have family over there. I do not know a single person that has died from COVID-19. Okay, I have friends of friends that say that they know somebody that died of COVID-19, right? But when I press them, when I try to get more information out of that, right? What they're telling me is that they're either very old, okay, or they had a pre-existing condition, right? They had a high blood pressure or a heart attack, or they had previous strokes, so they were either extremely old. So I don't know how true this is, but I read that the average age of death in the United States is 78 years old. Okay, and then that the average age of death for people from COVID-19 is 81 years old. Okay, so most of the people dying from COVID-19 were probably going to die anyway. Okay, people die. When they get older, something's gonna get you. As you get older, your immune system starts failing. You're going to die. The only way to know for sure what's really going on is to look at the total number of deaths from all sources, right? To gather up all the death certificates in 2020 and compare that to previous years, and I mean everything. If you look at the deaths from accidents, from natural deaths, from murders, from everything. If you look, suicides, everything. If you look at all deaths from all sources and compare those numbers to previous years, then you're going to actually see if there was an actual increase in deaths in 2020. And the reason for that is it's a lot more difficult to fabricate a death certificate. Okay, it's very easy to say that somebody that died of a heart attack died from COVID, but it's really a lot more difficult to say that that somebody that didn't die died. Okay, which is not something I would put past Democrats. I mean, but they can't do that on a very large scale. So I just wanted to share that with you. The reason why I think that the Trump vaccine has such a high success rate in these early trials is because you have such a weak virus with such a high survival rate. Okay, 99.94%. I mean, I don't think it's worth taking the virus. Not the virus. I don't think it's worth taking the vaccine, because why would you want to take a vaccine that's basically unproven over a long period of time against a virus that has such a high survival rate? A 99.94% survival rate. So those are my opinions on that. If you have any of your own opinions, please put in the comment section. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.